Yo,
Hey.
what's up? Jimmy and Fuck. I'm Jimmy, he's Fuck. We're here with a concert review of Iced Earth, Sabaton, and Revamp
That shit. Right
at the
there.
Trocadero. So yeah, this was a pretty good show. I don't have my Iced Earth shirt on,
I don't have my Sabaton shirt on.
but fuck. So the first band was Revamp, and they're kind of like a fucking metal band. No shit. But they have, I think, now, I'm not a huge fan of this band, or I at least haven't listened to a lot of them, so I don't know a whole lot, but they have Floor Jansen, I think her name is. I apologize. I'll correct that if I'm wrong. The singer of Nightwish. So yeah, that's who's in Revamp. And what do you think of Revamp?
Revamp, well, me being me and loving female vocalists, I dug it. I mean, they weren't the greatest thing I ever heard, but it was a lot of fun to see them. They reminded me a little bit of a less poppy version of Amaranthi, where it was kind of like these almost sort of epic power metal-esque vocals over top of very metalcore melodic death metal style riffage, and so that's what that really reminded me of, and everything was really solid. Vocally, since Tyler's checking this up now, whatever the vocalist her name is, she kind of had the whole package, where she could sing very clean, very beautifully, and then she could get gruff and sing, more, I guess, just a lot more gruffer style. And then she could scream, and then she could hit, like, really high operatic, I guess almost falsettos, which was really cool. And so they showcased, all of those, throughout all their songs. And so that was a cool part. The guitarists were both good. They looked like they were having a lot of fun up on stage, which was infectious to the rest of the crowd. I'm pretty sure maybe not that many people came to see them, but like especially when they got toward the end of their set, yeah, you could look over and you could see a majority of the audience was headbanging and going along with it, and so it was all really cool. I thought it was funny, the drummer, he was wearing headphones the entire time. You don't see that too much, I guess, because he couldn't see, and he was making a lot of weird faces like the whole time playing, and it was kind of entertaining to watch. But all in all, these Revamp was a good band to watch. They were enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, Revamp was a good start to that. I've never listened to Revamp, and this vocalist is Floor Jansen. Floor. What the fuck kind of name is Floor?
It's probably Swedish.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm probably saying that wrong anyways. She is an excellent vocalist, and she's hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's beside the point. I'm pretty sure everyone there barely watched the other guys in the band. They just watched her and wanted to rail her. I didn't think that.
No, nope. Nope.
Anyways, she has a very, very good voice, and like he said, the range is just every fucking spot on the spectrum, from a little bit of a screamed vocal to operatic vocals. She can fucking do it all, and so it was really cool. I was just really digging a lot of the grooves and a lot of the vibes that they were, picking up and putting down. It just, a lot of their choruses just seemed to go well. The whole songwriting, was very evident that it was solid, and it just seemed like everyone there was having a lot of fucking fun, and even in the band themselves had a lot of fun, and I feel that that's going to be a theme of what we're going to talk about in this review. Is that the band was enjoying themselves, making funny faces, just having a good time. The one guitar player looks and acts like Brandon, our friend.
So much. He's so funny.
The blonde-haired guy. So if you watch this band live, you'll know how our friend is. That was stupid. But no, Revamp was cool. I liked watching their drummer. He was very perfect about everything. I noticed he was just, I don't know. He was in his own world, and he was rocking out. He was good. So yeah, they were good, and they were very metal looking, with beards.
That's another common theme. Is everybody looked metal as fuck.
Yeah. So Revamp was good, but Sabaton was even better. Fuck.
Yeah. Sabaton was just... I came into this not really knowing too much about Sabaton. I'd listened to a couple songs, and I'd heard of them, oh, it's a power metal band. They write a lot of songs about World War II. And I was like, that's cool. And I'd listened to a little bit, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it. And then they came on, and through a combination of, again, these guys just having the time of their lives on stage to the crowd who was all for them. It really set and made it for an awesome show. They opened up with Ghost Division, which is a cool song. It's probably one of my favorites that I've looked up after we saw them. And then, I mean, just even from that moment, there was just the air and it was electrified. Thought it was really funny. The singer, he looks like Chuck Liddell from the UFC. He's got like aviators on. He wears like a bulletproof vest basically, and he's just like so obnoxious and so Swedish on stage. It's awesome. He kept on asking the crowd about the hockey game that was going on. After every song, he's like, "What is the update on the score of the hockey game?" And they tell him it's 1-1, and he goes. And he was having just a blast making, jokes with the crowd. And like I said, it was all really, really fun. Everything these guys did was, like, epic, they had the two guitarists, or one of the guitarists and the bassist. They had two other of the members. They were doing backing vocals, too. And one of the funniest things from these guys, just their on-stage antics, was with one guitarist, I think he was the lead guitarist, he had to do a high-pitched, falsetto shriek, and so the singer walked over and he twisted his nipple to get him to do that. And it was like that was the kind of stuff that they were dealing with. Like they were kicking each other in the ass the entire time and just having a blast with the entire show. It was just all really, really fun. They killed that. In my opinion, they stole the show. They just because the energy, the crowd. I almost think that this should have been a Sabaton show. The crowd was all for Sabaton, like chants, just going fucking nuts, everything. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Sabaton did steal the show, and it's really saying something how good they were because Iced Earth was pretty fucking good too. So it's just, they put on one of the best shows that I think will happen all year. And I think the reason is, one of the major reasons why I thought they were so good is their crowd interaction was fucking off the charts. And just how much fun that they had, how much energy they had, it translates. It really does, Sabaton had so much energy up on the stage. The crowd had energy. Iced Earth, when they came out and played, they didn't have as much energy. The crowd didn't have as much energy. So it really translates. And then, they seriously got everybody into it. It felt like pretty much the whole crowd was there for Sabaton. And shit just fucking went nuts when they came out. They were loud. It literally when Sabaton was done, I turned to Keith and I said, I feel like we should be leaving right now. Because it felt like they were headlining the show. They just were loud as shit. They had a good sound. They had everything going for them. Their set list was really good. I haven't listened to too much Sabaton before then, but I know the album The Art of War, and they played a couple songs off of that. 40-1 is an awesome song. They played that. Opened up with Ghost Division, which is fun.
Corollas Rex, which is that third song that they played, which
was,
oh my god.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. They played a new song off their upcoming album Heroes called To Hell and Back. That was really cool too. It had such a folk metal vibe going on. It was pretty awesome. This band, is just yeah. Well, I'll say this: I listened to their studio albums. I'm like, they're not bad. They just I don't know. It was just something about it. Then you see them live, and you're just fucking blown away. They're 100% a live band, and they were setting up, and there's like 4 or 5 mic stands across, and I'm like, holy shit, this is gonna be amazing. Every one of them does background vocals, and every one of them can sing. Well, besides the drummer, he doesn't do that stuff, but it's like I feel their lead guitar player, he could have his own fucking band. When he would sing, I was like, shit. Everything's just so much more epic. I felt like I was seeing, kind of like Iron Maiden in a venue that holds 1,000 people, because Bruce Dickinson does the thing where the band's jamming, there's solos going on, and he's getting the crowd to just sing. He's not or scream. He's not saying anything. He's doing it all through actions. They did that a couple times, and it was fucking cool as shit. Seriously, I feel that this band just put on a show that, when you see a band in an arena or a stadium, that's the type that, that's the style of show that they would do. It's crazy. This band was fucking phenomenal. They also played Swedish Pagans.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And,
Primo Victoria.
Yeah, that was cool too. So, I mean, Sabaton was amazing, and I would seriously go see Sabaton live again, headlining or whatever. They were just fucking phenomenal, and their frontman is awesome. I feel that he kind of looks like Richard Fisher mixed with Stone Cold Steve Austin, but that's just me. And his vocals were fucking good too. These guys came out on just like metal. They had the fucking camo pants on. He had some like fucking metal
had like
vest.
plate metal on.
It was like
what?
Fuck. Like it was pretty crazy. But it just makes me want to see them again and even listen to their studio albums and just listen to them more. And I don't know if he'll watch it, but shout out to the guy that was just going absolutely ape shit for Sabaton.
Oh yeah,
that was kind of in front of us, just jumping up and down.
Not even. It didn't even matter that he wasn't even in time with everybody else. Yeah, he was just
screaming his fucking heart out.
Guy's a champ.
Yeah, they were about to play To Hell and Back, and he was like, "To Hell and Back, motherfucker!" And you could tell that Sabaton's like his favorite band. It was just really cool to see someone go that ape shit for, the band that they love. So shout out to that guy. You're pretty cool. So next was Iced Earth. Yeah, buddy.
Iced Earth. That the reason I went, seeing even though I ended up buying a Sabaton shirt because they stole the show, that was kind of like a nice bonus. And Iced Earth put on basically the show that I wanted them to put on. They played almost every song that I wanted to hear from their new album. They played almost every song that I wanted to hear from a lot of their past albums, or at least all the songs that I expected them to play. Of course they opened up with Plagues of Babylon, and Stu Block sounds spot on all the time. He probably even does a little bit better live. Like, I almost feel like maybe sometimes in the studio, like, he's holding back so that, it's not all about him. Whereas, because, live, every time he can, he just hits those, those high, like, shrieks, like, all the time live. And it's just so cool to watch. The band, it was cool because, like, in a way, even though, it did affect the crowd a little bit because they didn't have as much energy, it seemed like they were, in a way, just because of how serious, in a way, they were. It was a nice contrast, in a way, like, especially watching John Schaefer kind of on his side of the stage, just kind of being the most metal-looking guy there, like, just kind of doing his thing and just looking like a badass was cool. They played... they played that. They played, what's the second song from Plagues of Babylon? Shit, I forget.
Democide?
Democide. They played, Cthulhu.
If I Could See You.
If I Could See You.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was. And then from, like, their past stuff, they played Iced Earth. They played Red Baron, Blue Max, which was unexpected. I didn't expect them to play that. I didn't think that was an overly popular song from that album. They played "Watching Over Me," which is one of the big things that I wanted to see live, which was awesome. V, Dystopia. They like I said, they hit a lot of the songs that I would want them to play. I almost just kind of wish maybe they would have played Dante's Inferno, because that would have just been cool to for 15 minutes of just pure awesome. But everything they sounded tight all together. The drums were spot on. Like I said, Stu Block sounds amazing. John Schaefer, doing his thing over the other side of the stage. Lead guitarist, all the solos sounded just like they do in the studio recording. They were all spot on, perfect. I mean, Iced Earth played perfectly. It's just, I don't know, after, the only downside was, after watching Sabaton and watch them just kind of literally kill it, I don't know, it's kind of hard to match up to that. But they did play a phenomenal show, so,
yeah. Yeah, buddy. Stu Block is the fucking man. He is a wonderful front man, and he's just an amazing vocalist live. And he does those high shriek things, and he makes it look so easy and painless, and like he makes me feel like I could do it, but I can't do it. I can't even get fucking close. But it like he did one right away, and like the first verse of Plagues of Babylon, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit. If you want a band that just looks like they, eat, breathe, live in shit heavy metal, it's Iced Earth. Just black, leather, long hair, beards, jean jackets, whatever the fuck, that's what metal looks like, when you picture metal, it's these dudes or something. Especially John Schaefer. He looks like he would just go on a murder.
He looked like he wanted to murder someone.
Like, he just looked pissed off the whole night.
Like his tatted arms, his do-rag just going...
Yeah.
Like,
it's just like, shit. They were loud. My ear fucking hurt the next day like fucking crazy. But they put on a phenomenal set. They played a lot off of the album The Dark Saga, which I don't know why. As big as of an Iced Earth fan that I am, I have never really listened to that album for some reason. The only song I really know off of it is I Died For You. But they played The Hunter. Fuck.
Blessed Are You. No.
Nah, that's off Something Wicked. Vengeance Is Mine's off of that. And,
I think it's it.
A Question for Heaven is also off of that. Question for Heaven was awesome. It just felt very epic. I never heard that song, but I need to listen to that song, and I will. So that was cool. But their set basically consisted of Plagues of Babylon and Something Wicked This Way Comes, which I'm fine with that, because those two albums are,
awesome.
Some of their best albums. Blessed Are You was often to hear. I didn't expect them to play My Own Savior, but that song's a fucking thrash. Riff Fest it was awesome. They played Cthulhu off of Plagues of Babylon, and that made me so happy. That chorus, man, is awesome. But I think two of my favorite songs that they played were If I Could See You and Watching Over Me, just because of the epicness. And not only epic, but just, those are two, very emotional songs, I guess. I could see someone, being like, that song really, kind of speaks to me with that. And so seeing them live were awesome. And you can tell that they're kind of, I guess, emotional for John Schaefer, since he wrote them about like his grandfather and a friend and and stuff like that. But Watching Over Me, like hearing the whole crowd singing that was just fucking awesome. That's like the song I wanted to hear from them, and I'm glad that they fucking played it. Hearing Burning Times was awesome, just because that song just fucking rages and it's heavy, and that was awesome. I would have liked to hear a different song off of The Glorious Burden. And while Red Baron Blue Max is a good song, I would have rather them played, anything from the Gettysburg, 3 Gettysburg songs, or The Reckoning, When the Eagle Cries, Declaration Day, you know, songs like that. But I mean, that was definitely cool to hear. And there's only 2 songs that were missing from their set that I wish they would have played. And one is what Keith said, Dante's Inferno. That would have been amazing to hear live. And 2, I would have loved if they would have played fucking 10,000 Strong. That song is so awesome, and I was really hoping that they would play it. But
there's a lot of chance for 10,000 Strong.
Yeah, there really was. So, I mean, but everything was awesome. And I feel that Iced Earth could have played for like 3 hours because they have so many good songs.
And I would have been fine with it.
Yeah.
I would have stayed.
But I say the only thing is that the emotion from, you know, the emotion and just energy level from this band was kind of down. And I don't know if that's just them, just how they really are. I saw them once, and I was kind of standing behind the band, so I couldn't really, you know, see facial expressions or anything like that. And it was on the community club stage, and you can't really be, you know, go ape shit on that stage because it's small as shit. So I kind of disregarded it then, but I don't know if it's just how they are, if, you know, them just being more of an artist, being more classy, I guess, or something, I don't know. But especially from their lead guitar player, not John Schaefer, the other guy, I think he's new, I don't know his name. That guy, and he's a great guitar player. He performed fine. It's just
he's not interesting to look at.
So bored, and like he just did not want to be there. I didn't see him like move his head once or anything or whatever, but I mean, Stu Block really made up for a lot of that because, you know, he's just awesome. I thought it was interesting how when there was a solo being played, all the band members went to the drummer and like turned their back to the audience. I don't know why, but I felt a little excluded when they did that. I was kind of like, what the fuck? I know I should focus on this dude, but I'm going to focus on him anyway. You don't have to say, fuck you to the crowd, or whatever. Other than that, Iced Earth was very good. And I enjoyed seeing them. They definitely put on a good set. And I would see them a couple other times because they just have so many songs that I want to hear live from them. So fuck it.
Yeah. Fuck your couch.
Yeah. Keith almost bought a shirt that said "poop." Even girls do it.
Even hot girls do it. How do you how do you not buy that though? I mean, I somehow talked myself out of it, but that is an awesome shirt.
Yeah.
He had one that said "fuck your couch," and Iced Earth has some of the funniest shirts I've ever seen.
Yeah, they do. So this tour is phenomenal, and if you're a metal fan, if you really enjoy these bands, you won't be disappointed at all. So it's still going on for a while, I think. So go fucking see it. It's definitely a good thing, and make sure you fucking blaze it because it's 420. See you later.
420.